This is my first year black ant colony. I have to confess to boosting it by stealing pupas from other nests on the site, wild nests. So that's boosted the colony a lot quicker. Trying to see the queen. She's in there somewhere. Difficult to see. This is a nest from Ants Canada. Got a black ant colony in this one, and I've got a red ant colony as well, but that's not so large, simply because I haven't been able to get any pupas to boost the colony quickly. But that's the nest, and then you've got the outworld, which is here. I can see an ant down there. Let's have a look. So I'm going to turn it this way. And that's the feeding station. So I've just put there a piece of grape and a munged cricket. You can see the outworld's quite large. There's an ant there, I don't know if you can see it, just foraging off. This is still a very small colony, but when they get going you actually do see loads of ant activity charging around outside. There he is. And then they go into the tube, back into the nest. Thankfully they're really easy to get them to move from one nest to another for cleaning, because they don't like bright light. As soon as you put a light on them, they move everything. Unlike these guys, which are really annoying, red ant colony. You can see there's mould growing on the tissue there, on the cotton wool in the test tube, and they're not using the nest that we bought. They're going out into there to forage and coming back and staying in the test tube. So we're going to put a heat mat under there on low, just to shift them, to make them move out, so I can clean out that test tube. But they're just happy in the test tube at the moment because they're such a small colony. Back to the good old black ants. Trying to see if I can spot the queen. She's under a mass of workers probably. And this nest works really well. Underneath it you've got a meshed area that lets moisture through, and you've got reservoirs here that you top up with water. It doesn't go directly in the nest, but it goes underneath, and then allows the humidity to get into the actual nest. But they seem to be doing really well. And I've got another 4 young queens I picked up after their nuptial flights recently, so I'm going to try and post this somewhere, and if anybody's after a queen with some eggs, or just about to lay, some of them have got eggs, some have lay, they're free to somebody who wants them, who's prepared to do the bit of work to keep them. I just wanted British ants rather than sort of the foreign species that you could get. So that's why I got these. How close I can go better. Oh, that's better, that's clearer. There's another one, ant scuttling on the edge there. The outworld's just made from a plastic tub from your standard garden centre, or DIY shop rather. It's got anti-insector slip around the edges up here, so the ants can't climb out. And then the bottom, there's one climbing up. The bottom is made with a mixture of tiling grout and adhesive, one of those all-in-one powders mixed with water, gravel and sand impregnated to the surface, and the artificial plants stuck in, hopefully with no big enough nooks and crannies for the ants to actually move into and start to nest in the outworld. So far I've had no breaches from the decent sized workers. The first emerging workers, which are really minuscule, sometimes make their way out of the nest between the glass and the plastic, but it's nothing to worry about. As long as you don't lose the ants, it's not a problem. And once they get to this size, the ants are absolutely fine, they can't get through. There's another one there, look. Sorry about the videoing, there he goes. Is he going to go back into the tube or where? Bit of cotton wool I just used, so I put moisture on it so they can go and get drink. without the risk of drowning. I'm guessing they're foraging now for food. Oh, one's found the food. He's on the food plate. I've just, because I move it around the cage, so they have to go and forage a bit more. There it goes. Oh, it's gone underneath it. But they'll even dismantle that cricket and take the legs back to the nest. And it's quite a substantial outworld. You don't have to have them that big. My red ant one's only a little one at the minute, but they're a tiny colony anyway. But eventually I'll probably make them one like this because it was fairly cheap to do. Oh, running out of battery.